the Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.
Hey fans, welcome to the Prattville Lions Football Review. I'm Chris Britton, standing in for Will Barrett this week, along with head coach J.B. Wallace. Coach, we had a tough one Friday night at Smith Station. Didn't come out the way we wanted it to. Talk to us a little bit about last week's game.
Well, you know, if you were not at the game and you looked at the film, it really wouldn't make sense, you know, of the outcome. But at the same time, you know, being there and understanding the situation, you know, we came out and we took control of the line of scrimmage offensively, and we scored. Had two big runs early in the game with Mario Parks, and our offensive line did very well. You know, defensively, we came out, started off strong. I think one of the momentum swingers, and that was the whole deal Friday night, was the momentum, gaining momentum and keeping them. And we had a lot of obstacles that kept us from keeping the momentum through the game. But when we kicked the ball off and then they ran the kickoff return back, you know, that was a crucial part of the game in which we really could have came in and I think imposed our will on them a little bit. But then we kept them alive then, and we had about 2 or 3 scoring opportunities that we didn't get, that were called back. So, you know, as we move forward, you know, as a team, we got to understand, regardless of those situations, we got to go back and we got to play the next play. We got to play the next down, regardless of that, you know. So there were a lot, I say a lot, there were a few pre-snap penalties that we had, offsides on both sides of the ball. We jumped a couple times defensively and offensively a few times. So that's totally opposite of what we've been given the last few weeks. So we got to improve on those parts, and you know, money balls on offense. You know, we had several opportunities to make plays down the field, and we just got to improve in that aspect of it. But you know, overall, at the end of the day, you know, with the momentum and then with us giving up big plays defensively, gave up a couple, and it was just too much to withstand in that situation. So we just got to go back to work and understand, when we get those opportunities, we got to strike offensively and defensively.
Sure, and you hate to go through adversity, but sometimes you have to have that adversity to learn a few things and maybe even get better. I know that's the expectation moving forward.
Yeah, you know, we talk about overcoming adversity all the time, and we speak about it, and we try to put them in situations at practice to prepare them for it. And unfortunately, sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
Right.
You know, we learned the hard way Friday night, and that's something we can reflect on and teach on, and make sure that when we're in that situation again, the outcome will be different, because I think this team is very capable of getting it done. I know they're capable of getting it done, and you know, we'll be better.
Sure.
You know, as a team unit, you know, just having conversations with the guys after Friday and this little group message that we have, and all the attitudes are in the right spot.
Good.
You know, they're seeing exactly the thing that we've been talking about as a team, and what we got to get, and even challenging each other in a positive way. So you know, they're saying all the right things, and I think we're going to be, you know, fine once we get them all back together again as a unit and start back working.
I was back to work tomorrow.
Back to work tomorrow. You know, coaches are here all day today, working, getting them prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a crucial work day for us to, you know, to get that taste out of your mouth. When you don't have that victory that you want, and that you felt like you should have, you know, getting back to work is the best thing for you. You know, let's get better. Let's fix those little things. So now we can really fine tune it. And in that 1% that we always talk about, it's defined already by film. You know, we can define that 1% to get better, and now we see it and we can do those things.
Yeah. You mentioned Mario, big runs a couple of times. Give us some defensive standouts from Friday night.
You know, just looking at it overall, Carmelo Smith played well. Played real well up front. I think he was the anchor up front that really got a lot of things done. Also, Carmelo Smith played well. And actually, I got those mixed up. Carmelo Smith is the D lineman that really was the anchor up front. And Carmelo Jones, playing nickel for us, was very crucial in what we're doing. Zay Parrish did some real good things. You know, they had a receiver that was a handful to deal with, and Zay came through and took him away in the second half, so that was a great job there. George shows up every week, George Thomas, with the pick 6 that we had called back, but I mean, he had interception the week before, interception this week, so he knows where he is on the field, and he knows how to utilize his leverage and things like that in coverage. So, you know, all those guys were standouts. Tyrell Cowling played well. Caleb Bruce came in and played well. As an offensive line as a whole, they played well. Josh Browder did good in the throwing game, as far as throwing our intermediate passes, RPOs, and things like that, giving us a chance to win. And our receivers, once again, we spread the ball around a lot. I think we had 5 different receivers touch the ball.
Wow.
5 different receivers touched the ball. So, Cam Shanks had a couple touches. One of them went 55 yards to the house. So, when they're not doubling him up, I mean, he's showing that he'll make a play, and then we're going to utilize him as much as we can to get the ball in his hands.
Right. Well, thanks for giving us the update on this past week. Again, excited to hear that you and the guys are ready to get back to work and let's win some ball games moving forward. I know that's the intent.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the highlights from this week's ball game.
Jackson Greer tries to keep it. He does not get it. He is cut short. Tice Cotchery and company, along with Whit Rollinson, moved the pile. He is 2 yards shy. Now, second down and 2, they call it. And there's a play action pass across the middle. It is complete at the 20-yard line. Still on his feet is number 9, Calvin Parker. The far side, going to the near. Clayton Smith. Here's a gift to Parks, trying to go to that short side. He's got the 10. He's going to cut it back inside to the 5. And Parks throws in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville! At the 23-yard line and brought out by Richardson. Richardson with a little bit.
He may run this back.
45. Richardson on his feet across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. Set the punt. Turner Walker in punt formation. Kills down around the 24-yard line. Guess who? Devin Pierman back to receive the punt. Walker gets this one away, and it is a knuckling punt that's fielded. Takes a hop. Pierman's got to let it roll. Nice punt by Turner Walker that goes down to the 14-yard line. Greer hands off to Harris.
That's not going to work.
Number 75, Carmelo Smith on the stop, along with Tice Cotchery.
Let's go.
Does get it off with one to spare, and the gift to Parks. Cut it back to the outside. Parks in the open
Attaboy.
field at the 50. Parks at the 40. Parks in the open 30. Parks 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Prattville. Second and 5 for the Panthers. Just inside their own 30. And here's a gift to Brooks.
Mr. Cotchery.
Cotchery on the stop there. 4th and 1 here coming up for the Lions. And they give this to Parks. Following Arrington. Parks has 1, has 3, has 5. He has a first down. Here's Greer from our 31. Wants to pass again. This time he's hit, and he is dropped hard by Carmelo Smith.
Yeah.
2nd and 19 for the Panthers back at our 39-yard line.
Screen pass.
Cotchery's got him set up, and he is belted again behind the line. Takes it down hard that time. Kicks it away for the Panthers. This is going to be caught by Shanks at the 20-yard line.
He's got a seam.
Got a little seam to the 30. Cuts it up 35, 40. Shanks up the middle, still on his feet across the 50 down to the 48-yard line.
Good job.
Crowder takes the snap, looks that way. He finds Shanks in the flat. Shanks with a
Got a
pistol
block.
blocking, and Shanks is on the
He
roll.
may score.
He may go. Shanks 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Prattville, Cameron Shanks. From the shotgun, sends Perryman in motion and back the other way. Looking Perryman's way, and sets up the screen, and he is sniffed out by Cotchery, and he is taken down in double time by number 1, Deldrick Rollinson. Rear from the shotgun. Has it, looking to pass, firing across the middle. It is complete, and he is absolutely depleted by Tice Cotchery at the 25-yard line. Here's Greer, and going to give it off to his running back.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Brooks, and he is
Carmelo
Carmelo
had him picked up.
Pitched it out wide, and he is belted in the backfield. Taken down by number 17, Carmelo Jones.
In outside linebacker, and now he's lining up at the nose.
Jackson Greer from the shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 39 to give this to
And
Brooks.
he
is hit.
And he made the stop back there, too.
Yes, he did.
All right, so we're up to the part of the show where we're going to recognize the Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Week. Coach, who are you recognizing this week with that award?
This week's Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game is going to be Mario Parks. Mario Parks had a huge night for us Friday night running the football. He had 2 touchdowns. He rushed for over 100 yards, gained a lot of tough yards between the tackles. But this week's Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game is going to be Mario Parks.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Mario. Well, fans, it's time for one of my favorite segments of the show, the Inside the Lions Cage. Coach, who's going to be in the cage this week?
Today we're going inside the Lions cage with Sam Payne. Sam Payne plays linebacker for us, and if you know anything about football, typically your linebacker is probably your meanest guy, one of your meanest guys on defense. When you see Sam outside of the football field, he's one of your nicest guys. You know, he's the one you want playing with your little kid, and he does that. But when he gets the helmet on, he's a different creature. So he's going to be fun to watch inside the Lions cage.
Well, fans, let's go inside the Lions cage with Sam Payne.
Sam Payne, class of 23, inside linebacker.
All right. How many times does it take for you to listen to a song that you love before you actually hate it instead?
As many times as Coach D plays it in the weight room.
What's your favorite uniform combination?
All white.
Would you rather be able to fly 10 miles an hour or run 100 miles an hour?
Run 100 miles an hour.
Would you see the city of Prattville have a Major League Cricket franchise or have $50?
The first one.
Well, what was the first one? I need more detail.
Major League Cricket team.
So you'd rather have a cricket team than $50 in your pocket?
I mean, support the city, I guess.
Fair enough. Do you have any superstitions about game day or any unusual pregame rituals?
No, I don't think so. No.
Nothing?
No,
all right, how about this? You're the newest star on the WWE front. What's your ring name?
Oh man, I can't even think of one.
Do you wear masks, or excuse me, do you wear tights or regular clothes?
Regular clothes.
Regular clothes, mask or no mask?
I might have to put on the mask, but I think I'll take it off before I enter. It'll be part of my entrance.
Who would be your tag team partner?
Oh, Tice. Tice Country, 100%.
What would Tice's ring name be?
I don't know. The Warrior. I don't know, something like that.
All right.
He has a tattoo saying the Warrior, so.
There you go. What are 3 things that you can't live without?
Let's say my phone, pizza, my family, I guess.
All right. You can only eat one food for the rest of your life. What would that food be?
Pizza.
I answered that a minute ago, yeah. Let's see. What's the song that you really love that might surprise a lot of people? Go ahead and tell people you're a closet Taylor Swift fan.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't have any that I think would surprise. I listen to mainly just Quando Rondo and stuff like that. NBA Youngboy, nothing too crazy.
What's your favorite joke to tell?
I don't tell jokes either.
How do you want Lion Nation to remember you?
Just an overall good person, somebody you can come to if you need help with something, and just a leader.
Quarterback.
Drew and Josh.
The GOAT.
Michael Jordan.
Stanley Jensen.
Great Tom.
Snakes.
Snakes.
Game day.
Fun Tom.
Halloween.
Okay, holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Better holiday.
Clowns.
Clowns.
Dentist.
Prattville.
Horses.
Riding.
Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hooray for Prattville, hooray for Prattville. Someone's in the stands yelling hooray for Prattville. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me who you're yelling for. Prattville, that's who. Woo! Oh, man.
All right. Well, Coach, talk to us a little bit about where we're going moving forward.
Well, this week we have another region game with the Dothan Wolves coming into our home territory on Friday, so we will be playing at home, in which we need a huge crowd for that game. They run a kind of unorthodox type of offense. You probably seen it last year versus Enterprise. It's the same style of offense. So defensively, our staff, they have their hands full this week having a game plan put together for their defensively. And typical Dothan fashion, they're going to have athletes all over the field. You know, their secondary is probably one of the better ones we've seen. So we definitely got to make sure we have a great game plan to put our athletes in position to make plays, put them in space, and that's the thing. We're better when we're in space offensively. So it's going to be a huge game Friday night versus Dothan.
I hear you. Well, fans, you heard the challenge. We need you to be there at Stanley Jensen Stadium next Friday night. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Prattville Lions Football Review.
The Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.